So if you've been on the internet as long as I have been, you would eventually come across a community that is totally wilding. For example, the Sigma male community, which is a community that believes in the whole alpha male, beta male, omega male concept, which has been debunked by science to not even be real. Apparently, wolves don't even follow this. And I'm going to put the studies up on the screen right now to show you that I've at least done some of my due diligence. You see, what makes us different on this channel is that everybody that watches this channel has a higher IQ than the average YouTube viewer, because we do our research here sometimes. But some research is better than no research. But it's not all fun and games, because the problem with being so smart is that you're aware about how many dumb people are in the world. And you're also aware that the dumb people outnumber the smart people. And that is just a shame, because I can't sleep at night sometimes knowing this fact. If I had to guess, I'd say there's one smart person for every 100 dumbasses. And real recognizes real, okay? There's this YouTube channel out there called The Wise Thinker, and you'll find out why he's so wise in a second, but this man is grinding. I'm sure he hasn't had a good night's sleep in a very long time. He has to be living in absolute hell, because Wise Thinker, the YouTube channel, you guessed it, only uploads one type of material. He only uploads Sigma male hype videos. That's it. He uploads one video a day. And the reason why I think he's living in hell is that every one of these videos is the same exact video, worded a little bit differently each time. So there is an art to this. How many times can you say the same thing over and over differently? Apparently at least one time a day. So if you think you're a Sigma male and you're having a bad day, at the end of the day, just lock yourself in your room, turn off all the lights, light a candle, sit down and watch Wise Thinker in the YouTube channel, and I promise by the time you're gonna be done, your butt's gonna be so drenched because of all of the moisture from the lips of this channel on your butt cheeks. It's gonna be pretty moist down there. There's no way you're not gonna feel good about yourself after watching a couple of these Sigma male videos, if you are a Sigma male, of course, which is the rarest breed of them all. And I would know this because I would have to watch a couple of these videos before recording this video, and the best one on the channel has to be this one, okay? It's called Sigma Males, The Secret Society Behind the Wall, parentheses, The Untold Truth. Say what? I guess when you've already created Why Sigma Males Never Give Up, Sigma males rule when attracting women, the reason behind Sigma males' coldness, how Sigma males handle betrayal, you're gonna run out of ideas and you're gonna have to start talking about, secret societies.
It's not surprising that most people are unaware of Sigma males. They are the ones who stay behind the scenes, never show off, and work quietly to make things happen.
So they're people that have a job, that do their job, and are on top of their tasks. Very rare.
Sigma males rarely get credit for their contributions because they aren't looking for it, or don't care about it. It is only when something goes wrong that anyone notices them. When everything is going smoothly, they are just there in the background doing what needs to be done without complaint or fanfare, just like a good soldier should be.
I think I'm starting to understand. I think this YouTube channel, the person behind it, probably just had an office job where he had to put in a lot of overtime and had to put in a lot of work and pick up on a lot of people's slack. And then stuff went bad anyway, and it all came down back on him anyway, instead of his boss. And now he's like, y'all didn't give me credit when I was working my butt off, and now you guys are mad at me? I feel like that's the story behind every Sigma male, no?
Yet no one knows who these quiet heroes really are, until disaster strikes and silence becomes betrayal. This video will reveal what so many have never seen, how these unsung warriors operate in secrecy to keep the world spinning. Sigma men are typically highly intelligent, yet they work hard not to be seen as nerds or geeks. They have great observational skills. Many Sigma male children are bullied in school because of their intelligence.
Ain't that a shame? He's not saying any lies here. I went to middle school in New York City, and let me tell you, that is the only place in the world where you will get made fun of for being prepared. It could be raining outside, right? You could have an umbrella so that you don't get wet, right? And you will get made fun of for being prepared. People are gonna be like, yo, check out the dude with the umbrella. Haha. It's almost like being intelligent in that city is a threat to other people. That's just what I get from it sometimes, but yeah. He's not lying.
Because they don't like small talk, Sigma males are often perceived as being simple-minded by those who do not understand them.
Okay, but what if you are simple-minded? And that's why you don't talk much. And then you stumble across this video and now you think you're a Sigma male? What if you're just boring? What if that's why nobody talks to you, bro? What if you got like no personality? What if you suck? Could that be it?
Sigma males like work and they love to learn. They typically have high IQs and excel in technology, finance, and engineering. Many of them are also nomads. However, their ability to maintain anonymity and stay hidden allows them to effectively be involved in almost any industry or profession.
So pretty much what he's trying to tell us is that Sigma males can do any job on this planet. It doesn't matter. If you got a job, they're coming for it and they can do it better. But one thing that they're not good at is not understanding why people don't value them more, even though they give them the best jobs and they can do whatever they want and they're so successful and they're this and that. They can't understand when no one likes them.
There is a widespread misconception that all smart people work alone, but some of these individuals prefer to band together with like-minded individuals who share similar ideas and goals.
So Sigma males like to work alone, but they also like to work in teams. Next, he's going to say that sometimes Sigma males like their coffee with milk, sometimes without. You know, make sure you cover all your bases. They're this, and they're also not this at the same time. This way you can never really be wrong about if you feel like a Sigma male, okay? If you feel like you're one, then you're one, because Sigma males are everything, is what I'm understanding from this video.
They like to work alone, but when the goal is too big, they look for each other to form a team and achieve their goal. Such groups gather where there is little chance of being noticed, such as basements, libraries, or any place out of the public eye. This explains why so many innovations come from garages instead of corporate laboratories.
What a stretch. What a calf cramp. They gather in libraries because they don't want to be seen in the public eye, huh? As if the library's not public. Or they gather in garages? Maybe it's because there's room in there. Are you sure you have a high IQ? Are you sure you're a Sigma male person that made this video?
Sigma men resolve conflicts with logic rather than emotion, and typically rely on direct communication to confront a problem. This is another reason they usually operate behind the scenes, as they rarely want conflict unless it's absolutely necessary.
You're describing being an adult. That's what you just did. You didn't say some sort of revolutionary stance right there. You just described how to be a rational human being who resort to verbal communication instead of violence to resolve conflicts. I mean, do you want a cookie for not being violent? Is that what you want? Do you want to be praised for being a good person? Because that's more terrifying than people that just do bad things to do bad things. Like people that only do good things because they think there's some sort of reward attached to it. Now, the reward attached to being a good person is you being a good person. And again, maybe I'm just not completely understanding Sigma males, because we also know that they can do whatever they want, land any job they want, do whatever they please, including not resorting to violence. So what they're pretty much saying is that Sigma males also have control over their emotions.
Much like any other community, Sigma males have their own culture with an inner circle that only a few are able to penetrate. Their goal may be different from what you might think. In this video, we discuss who these individuals are, and why their chosen paths lead them away from the spotlight to focus, instead, on what we all need, the ability for human beings to live forever. The first step in identifying a Sigma male is determining which of the three groups he belongs to.
The black sheep, the
What? That was a lot. My brain hurts. So you think the main goal of humanity is for us to find a way for each human to live forever? That part wasn't hard to understand. It was the next part that he said that there's 3 types of Sigma males? 3? Sigma males? 3? This is never gonna end, is it? But hey, I guess the 3 groups are
1. The black sheep, the misfits and outcasts. 2. The nomads, the free spirits who roam the world. 3. The outsiders, the visionaries. We will discuss the differences between these groups a little later.
This is getting a little bit too deep for me. Like, at first, it was already hard enough to keep up with alpha males, and then sigma males, and beta males, and omega males. Now I gotta deal with 3 extra types of sigma males, bro. I mean, yeah, the plot thickens, but it's getting ridiculous.
Sigma males are primarily nomads, meaning they don't like to stay in one place for very long. They can appear disinterested sometimes because they are always thinking about their next destination. As such, these individuals often acquire homes in various places around the world to accommodate their nomadic lifestyle. The black sheep are typically the misfits in a given society. They can also be a family's black sheep, in a large clan of relatives who all share the same profession or industry. In this case, they often become entrepreneurs to escape from an environment that appears too rigid or controlling for their tastes. The outsider, also known as the visionary, is a true rebel and does not accept anything at face value. He will question everything. If you find someone who has an intense curiosity about the unknown, then you've found an outsider.
You know what I did find, though? I found a gaslighter. Wise thinker? More like wise gaslighter. Okay, or maybe just change the whole channel's name to Gaslighter. Like, what do you mean having a curious personality makes you a sigma male? That's everybody. You think only you're curious? Every one of the 7 billion other people you have to share this planet with is curious, bro. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. So if you're curious, sigma male. If you have a disagreement with your family, sigma male. If you own more than one property, sigma male. Or maybe you're just a regular ass dude, bro. Because all 3 of those things are pretty common. Especially the first one, being curious. Like, really, bro? Really?
You may be wondering what a sigma male is, where they come from, and why you have never heard of them.
We are 5 minutes and 44 seconds into this video. You've explained it like 10 times already. Is he about to just repeat what he already said?
As we will discuss shortly, sigma males typically don't play well with others, so their activities are shrouded in secrecy. In fact, it's likely that you have already encountered 1 or 2 of them without even realizing it. Sigma males are extremely curious and intelligent individuals who stood out amongst their peers in school.
I mean, kudos to him, right? Because it does take a talent. It's not easy to release 1 video a day repeating yourself over and over and over in each video. I'm actually at awe.
Sigma males have very little regard for authority or what society thinks about them, so they do whatever it is that makes them happy. They are not influenced by peer pressure and couldn't care less about trends. They have no interest in being a part of the crowd. They can be misidentified as narcissists because they do not care what others think about them, their hair, or their clothes.
But throughout this whole video, you showed the most average looking dudes in these stock footages of yours. Like, at least showed some, like, obnoxious looking dudes. You know, like, you're over here talking about how they don't care about the clothes or their hair, but you're over here showing dudes with perfectly nice hair and dudes in suits and ties looking like they're talking with their boss. There's nothing special here. This is average looking people in average looking clothes. Am I getting something wrong?
In school, sigma males usually have a hard time following teachers' instructions because they can solve problems with little effort, and therefore do not see the need to listen to what the teacher says, unless it is something they want to hear.
What an absolute stupid thing to say, and I'll be completely honest with you. Unless you are a teenager when you made this video, that is the dumbest. What, bro? I remember when I was a teenager, there's nothing a teacher could have said that would have made me care. Because you know what I had up here? Halo 3. And I couldn't wait to get home and play Halo 3. Nothing mattered but Halo 3. I was Master Chief. I was Spartan 117.
Even though most sigma males are loners by nature, they are still human beings who crave companionship. However, they don't understand why others can't or won't do what they do all of the time.
Sounds like Sigma males don't understand simple life. Sounds like Sigma males only think they got it figured out, but don't really got it figured out, you know? But if there's one thing they do got figured out though, is developing a very complex victim narrative.
The differences between the groups. 1. The black sheep. This is the Sigma male who, for one reason or another, finds himself as the social outcast and seethes with resentment over it. He may engage in antisocial behavior and spend an inordinate amount of time alone building his fortress of solitude where he feels comfortable because it is familiar to him. This is usually a sign that the black sheep has been bullied or ostracized by other groups.
So if you got a place that you feel very comfortable in that you like to go and escape to, maybe like your bedroom or like a little office where you can play video games and just, like not worry too much about it, maybe you'll blast some music. It's probably because you got bullied. Is White Stinker Dr. Phil? Because he's kind of on the money with that one, right? Like, I'm 28 years old and I still got bullies. Like, my biggest bully right now is the IRS.
He may lash out against his peers because he does not feel accepted by society at large and has given up on finding a place where he fits in. It is difficult for the black sheep to trust others, and they usually do not like to confide in people because they cannot understand why anyone would want to become their friend.
Oh, that's a little bit sad. Because why would anybody want to be friends with somebody that doesn't even love themselves? Instead of just calling yourself a Sigma male, maybe you should do something that's really going to help you, and maybe you should go see a therapist, because if you're really like this, you're in the deep end, my friend, and this is only gaslighting you to go further down the deep end. Turn around. It's not too late. Get help.
In some cases, the black sheep has been forced to be a different person just for the sake of fitting in, and it is something that he cannot live with anymore. As a result, the black sheep will either isolate himself from society, or engage in activities considered taboo or deviant by others. He may choose to spend his days dwelling on his past and how it led him to be an outcast.
That would be a real crazy origin evil story of like a supervillain that just couldn't find his place in the world. So he decided to just buy himself a furry suit because he saw a bunch of people having fun and he thought he was going to get the same type of reaction, but instead he posted himself in his furry outfit on Instagram. Got bullied instead, bro. And now he's all like, I can't even leave the house anymore.
2. The nomads. This group consists of those who don't like to be tied down to anyone's place or situation. The nomad travels because he is searching for something which will make him whole, even though he doesn't know what that entails at the moment. He may be running away from his past rather than confronting it as the black sheep does. Sometimes he is running towards something but doesn't know what that is either, which leads him to pick up and leave at a moment's notice.
Why is it always like, you had a bad past? Sigma male. This channel needs to change their name from White Stinker to Wise Gaslighter.
The Sigma male is a man who can see both sides of an argument and sees the value in all people and their differences. Because he doesn't follow the crowd or take things at face value, many others will dismiss him as a fool or say that he is crazy, even though there is no basis for those assertions. The fact of the matter is, if you are asking this question, then you probably aren't a Sigma male and you don't understand how his mind works. That means that whatever answer I give you or what I tell you about this kind, will likely fall on deaf ears because, for whatever reason, your mind is not wired the same way.
Yeah, bro. If you don't understand, then it's because you will never understand. And there's no point of even understanding how a Sigma male feels.
The Sigma male may have been born this way, but it's more likely that something happened along the way which caused him to be this way. For some reason, the tribe of people around him called into question his actions, or responded to him in a way that shut him down. That happened because the Sigma man doesn't agree with the status quo, and he isn't afraid to go another direction if that's what makes sense to him, even though it may not be right according to those around him. Because of this, he often feels as though he is alone in the world, and that no one else sees things his way or understands what he's going through. He may feel as though he is on an island by himself. He has learned that the people around him are threatened by his differences and unique perspective on life, but he doesn't care that much. Sigma man knows that some of this is just part of life, but he still feels as though something is missing because others do not understand the things that are important to him. So he keeps searching for people who see the world in a similar way to him, and who do understand what he's going through or struggling with.
You're not gonna do me like that. I just sat through 15 minutes and 20 seconds and where is the secret society? Yo, this is clickbait of the worst kind, bro. This is getting a fat dislike. Where's the secret society, my guy that runs the world? You never showed any of that. Sigma male. More like lying male.